Hey coaches, in this video I'm going to show you our best 6v6 flag football plays. Alright, it's going to be a combination of zone coverage and man coverage beaters. Now I'm going to share my screen here. Alright, hope you guys see the plays. Alright, I got 4 really good plays for you. The first play, alright, it's going to be double slant with the smash concept to the left. Now zone beaters to the left to the smash side. Alright, we're going to get a corner from number 2. He's going to stem his route for 7 yards. He's going to break to the corner. We're going to get a nice high hitch from number 1. All right, it's really good against cover 2. It's really good against cover 3. The double post with the wheel. If your center isn't eligible, disregard the route. All right, but we love running double slant with the wheel from our center. All right, I coach in 2 flag leagues. One league, the center is eligible. The other one, the center isn't. So really, again, if the center is not eligible, disregard the route. Alright, but we're going to get a really quick slant from 4. We call it a bang slant. He's going to take 2 steps. That second step, he's planting. Boom, we're cutting in. Number 5, he's going to take 3-yard stem, plant, throw. So it's a little bit of a deeper slant. Got to make sure the spacing's good. Alright, he'll be a little bit ahead of him anyway because he's more inside and he breaks sooner. But still, you need to have good spacing. And we're going to read top down here, okay? We're going to look to the 5. Now, if we're getting pressure or we need to get the ball out quick, we could work the 4, all right? But a lot of times the 5 is open because this 4 serves as a clear out, all right? And then the 3-4 yard route stem really forces that corner back, and then you kind of just bang inside. Whereas a quicker breaking slant, the defender won't be pushed back because you're stemming him vertically or pushing him vertically. He's just going to break on the route. So a lot of times this quick slant isn't open because the defender, because you're showing slant right away, which means the defender is going to drive on it. Whereas the 5, it's a deeper, it looks like he's taking you vertically, he's planting and running a deeper slant. So a lot of times the 5 is open. All right. Now, if you're going to read the smash concept side, say you like the matchups, or you realize it's zone, you want the quarterback here, you're going to work top down. All right. So we're going to look to corner to hitch. All right. And if you're feeling pressure, throw one of these slants. If you're getting pressure from this kid, throw the slant. All right. So there's some blitz beaters built in as well. All right, so our next play, it'll be slant flood. All right, we're going to motion this kid across. All right, this motion is going to be past the center. I drew it up. It looks like he is not past the center, so let me fix that real quick. All right. Sorry, guys. All right, we're going to want him past the center. There we go. All right, so he's past the center, and then that ball snaps. So he's going to run a quick speed out, and that is an ugly looking out. There we go. All right, so we're going to get a flood to the right and a man coverage beater to the left. Now, you could run a slant with this kid. You could run a fade with this kid. You could run a vertical with this kid. You could run a post with this kid. You could run a hitch with this kid. It's whatever you want to do. So we'll put one of our better players here to kind of isolate this one-on-one. So we'll motion this kid across. He's going to work into the flat. He's the speed out. All right, he's going to work, and then a lot of times he may finish his out before this kid. So if he finishes and starting to run out of field, he needs to settle down. All right, because this field, it's smaller, especially in flag football and 6v6, it's smaller. So that speed out, he's going to run out of field real quick. So he's got to learn to downshift and kind of settle right here because we need him. We have a high-low read here, so we want him as the low read. So he needs to keep his feet there. He could work himself back in a little bit or whatever, but make sure he settles down and doesn't run himself out of bounds and still shows hands to the quarterback because he is that underneath read, and we need to put the kid that's here in conflict if it's cover 2 or cover 3. All right, so we're going to get an 8 to 9 yard out from our 4. Now, since it is a shorter field, it's a good idea that you can press these guys in, all right, because this will give this kid more room to fade his route out, all right, fade his route vertically. And it'll give this kid more room on his outbreak. He won't run out of space. He could, on his break, quarterback throws it, he catches it, he has time to catch the ball, turn upfield, and go score a touchdown. All right, but we're getting outside release, going vertical. We're taking the top off here. We're going vertical. We're trying to win deep. If you like the matchup, you could throw to vertical. But a lot of the times, guys, the 4 is open. Because if it's cover 2 in particular, or even cover 3, all right, cover 3 is going to have a flat defender. So he's going to either get depth and get underneath this, then you throw this. Most of the time, he's not going to get depth and get underneath this. He's going to drive on this so that the out's open. All right, and if it's cover 2, safety's going to get cleared out here, and then this out is open because the flat defender will usually take him. All right, so no matter what zone coverage in, they can't win because they're only going to have two. Whether it's cover three, say it's cover three, they have a high deep third defender, and they have a flat defender. That's it. We have three people in that zone, so they two can't cover three. So one of these three will be open. Most of the time, the four on the out will be open. But again, work the progression top down. Now let's go to the man coverage beater side. You could have him run a slant. All right, we would call that Syracuse. That tells him he's going to run a slant. All right, if we want to run fade, we do want to cheat him in a little half step here, even though if we're running slant. If he hears Florida, all right, that's fade. All right, if he hears Houston, that's hitch. So that's just how we do it. You could give him a predetermined look. You could have the receiver pick his route. Say he's getting press man. Fade's good. All right, if you're getting press man, slant's good. All right, if you're getting off man, slant is still good. If you're getting off man, hitch is really good as well. So again, you're isolating this kid. If they're playing zone, they have a corner pressed up and a safety. Don't even look to that side because they're committing 2 over 1. So look to the flood side. So slant, fade to the left, flood to the right. Now, if you don't want to motion this kid across, just put the 2 already here. Go 3 by 1. So if you don't want to motion him across, you could just go 3 by 1 there. All right, next play. We're going to go. It's slot fade. Love this one. And post wheel. Post wheel. This is more so. It's two more so man coverage beaters. This is pretty good against cover 2 as well because you can't cover both, right? If the safety goes here, this wheel will be open. If he sits on the wheel, this post will be open. And if the other safety in cover 2 would have to take this kid. So it is a pretty good cover 2 beater. It's like a scissors concept where you're kind of crossing and sending two receivers to the half of the field where the defender's covering. So 2 can't cover, 1 can't cover 2, right? So all right, we're going to get a pretty deep stem here. We're going to get a 7-yard stem. We're going to break to the post. The 4 is going to outside release and wheel. Why I say it's important that he outside releases is because this defender will turn his back to the ball and run, and he'll have problems tracking the ball. Post wheel is such a good concept. It works so well for us in 11-on-11 tackle too. It's like the best passing concept there is, and it's great in flag too. All right, if your center's not eligible, again, disregard the route. If he's eligible, he needs to do a speed out away from the slot fade side because then you kind of have 2 and 1 and you'll bring defenders there. Maybe they'll collide. You don't want that. So he's going to do a speed out to the right. If there's pressure, someone's blitzing, all right, you could throw to 3. He's going to stem for 3 yards. He's going to fade to the sidelines. This isn't a vertical route. He is fading. All right, what that does, it forces the defender to turn his back to the ball, and we're running away from him, and this ball needs to be out by the numbers or out towards the sidelines. You want to fade away from the defender. We're going to take 2 steps. On our second step, we're planting with our outside foot. We are running a slant. So this is a great man coverage beater too. The 2 is going to be first. He's going to slant right off his butt if your spacing and timing is good. So great pass concept there. And then here's a really good cover 2 zone, cover 2 man under, or just cover 1 beater if you're getting straight man. I mean, mesh is the ultimate cover 1 beater, right? And ultimate man beater is mesh. So we're going to get an over route from our 4 and an under from our 2, meaning this 2 can't climb any higher than 2-3 yards. Okay, he's going to climb to about 5. So, you don't want them colliding. He needs to get depth. He's going to be the deeper when they cross. He's going to be the underneath guy when they cross. All right, so it's very important that this kid doesn't climb more than 2 or 3 yards. All right, until they cross, then he could climb a little bit and continue out. And that's another thing too. If you don't get the ball early, these receivers need to understand that they need to continue their route to the field. Now, if it is zone and there's a gap in the zone, you could have him settle down, downshift, and just throw here. Okay, so for middle school, high school, and adult leagues, you could have this receiver sit. If it's zone, you see them zone dropping, cross till you're in the gap in the zone or a hole in the zone and just settle down. And then give your quarterback a nice throw. So that's an option there too. But let's assume it's man, and we are just going to run our mesh, and we're going to outrun our defender to the field. All right, we're going to get a post from 1 and an outside release vertical from 3, and we're going to send our center not down the middle. He's going to kind of go vertical, and then he's going to kind of bend it back to the seam. So we're running 3 verts. So if they're cover 2 man under, we're sending 3 deep. If they're cover 2 zone, there's only 2 defenders deep, so we're sending 3. So, you know, 1 of the 3 will be open. Alright, so if it is cover 2, you'll read this safety, because this is the safety here and the safety here. This is the safety you're reading, because that's who we're putting in conflict. He goes here, you throw here. Safety goes here, we throw here. Alright guys, so that's, what I give you, 4 plays. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 really great plays for 6v6 flag football. Highly recommend them. They'll give you zone beaters on one side and a man beater to the other. So these are great plays, and I highly recommend running them. And if you guys want this PDF, I know it's only 4 plays. You could shoot me an email, flagfootballedge@gmail. I will send you this, the PDF plays that I just showed you. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. We're gonna crank out a lot more. Good luck.